IVM.
Hello one, hello all. Welcome to the Diary of the Traveling Professor. And I'm Siddharth Deshmukh, your friendly neighborhood traveling professor. What do I have in store for you this week? Well, here's something to, kind of tickle you a little before I get into the heart of the matter. Would you think that a satisfied customer of Shaadi.com is somebody who would not be a loyal customer of Shaadi.com? You know what I mean? I mean, a satisfied customer from a marriage portal does not want to hang around over there. She or he just wants to get the hell out and never go back to Shaadi.com again. Now, what does that portend for Shaadi.com? What kind of business model is structured around customers that evaporate? Now, that's a very interesting sort of situation that we are in, right? To be honest, before the coronavirus hit, events used to be exactly like this. Now, just think about it. People coming together, whether it's a B2B event, vendors meeting, purchasers or clients or whatever you want to call, or B2C, where the general public is encouraged to come in and see goodies. You have events wherein people are coming in and kind of talking to each other, negotiating, having a conversation or two, maybe even exchanging business cards. But at the back of it, most relationships do not go beyond that event. Everybody knows that. Hello, hi, how are you sort of thing. And that's that. Now, an events business model is based upon this kind of evaporating customer. But there's a significant difference in the kind of business that I'm talking about and the kind of business that events were or hopefully will be once the coronavirus is vanquished. See, the events that used to be biannual or annual or even twice in a year or whatever you want to call it, right? These events were frequented by people who used to come back. They used to come back, meet the same people and the rest of it. Maybe this was a highlight for them. They used to meet the same crowd. And that used to happen in conferences, as well as exhibitions and the rest of it. But the kind of business model that I'm talking about is one where you know that the customer that you have in captivity over the next, say, 6 months or 12 months or whatever it is not going to perhaps be there at all with you. So let's talk about some businesses like this. I call it the business of the evaporating customer, right? Catchy title, eh? But I like it. Now let's talk about it a little more. Okay, let's go for any mother care portal. Yeah. Now, any mother care portal exactly like this, expectant mothers, people planning pregnancy and the rest of it, all clamor towards these sort of portals. Our loyal customers are completely involved, completely, with it. And then over a period of time, going off. The second you can look at is student communities. Well, you have, something like Inside IIM, or any other big portal, pagalguy.com and the rest of it. They're there. Students come there because they're preparing for the GMAT, taking the GMAT or the CAT and trying to get into a prestigious MBA college or higher education or whatever you may have, right? And the funny thing is, they don't particularly go back there once they're in colleges. Maybe some of them do. I have no idea why. Guys, you know who you are. Stop it immediately. But coming back, I don't think that student communities last beyond just the preparation phase and the entering into an institute phase for about 90%, maybe 80%, maybe 20% of people who go back and who formed some kind of relationship, but the rest of them are evaporating customers. I want to take a look at this. Before I proceed ahead, I want to take a look at this from the business's side and from the customer's side. So from a customer's side, I would say that any collaborate and evaporate kind of community that you belong to, please don't mistake it for something else. Like, for example, if you belong to a student community, don't think that, don't try to extricate value beyond the point there. I would say the same thing about, anything. Perhaps events is an exception, or the Rotary Club perhaps is an exception, but the Rotary Club is where you meet the same people, right? Over here, you're meeting different people. Please, guys, when you're on Tinder, when you're on Shadi, when you're on any student community portal, understand the purpose of that and just stay true to it. I think you'll be an excellent customer, and you'll be somebody who will be liked by other people too, right? Now let's talk of businesses. So many businesses make the cardinal mistake of trying to be a little more. So a mother care portal might say, we'll help you raise your child. Or a student community portal might say, now that you are a student in this institute, we'll help you maximize your learning from there. Or now that, you're married, we'll help you plan your child, or something weird like that. Now, I've seen it not work, I guess 99% of the time. I mean, if you look at Tinder and Bumble and the rest of it, there's a glaring example. I don't think those communities really work. And why don't they work? They don't work because the reason why I am there is not to extend my relationship. The reason why I'm there is to evaporate in just a bit. So I think any business and its investors need to understand that they have to look at new customer acquisition much more than retention, usage, and loyalty. Sorry, big words that, but essentially get them customers while you can. Make sure that they are with you, make them happy, but they're not going to come back. I think businesses need to be real. We are going to see a lot of these collaborate and evaporate communities coming up in the future as the world gets more and more interest based. So the business models themselves need to be strong enough to sustain. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Well, I hope you like this diary entry of mine. Many more to come from where this came from. Like the funny side of the professor, well, you can go to Instagram stories or just go to Instagram. I've put up an IGTV video or two. And if you like the serious side of the professor, well, there's LinkedIn. You can check out what I write and what I'm doing. I do a YouTube show as well, which is called Tell Me About It. Please tell me about it. Tell me how you like those industry experts and tell me how you like the interaction that I have with them over there. Anywho, if you like podcasts like these, you know where to go, ibmpodcast.com, or just download the app. Until next time then.
I hope you enjoyed that show. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money and Intel. It's been a really, really cool week on the network. We've had Ashwin Sanghi on Cyrus Says. We had Masaba Gupta on Advertising is Dead. You should definitely check out Vivek Lath, who showed up on Storytellers and Story Sellers. A close friend and partner of ours, Karthik Paricha, was on the Pragati podcast talking about the future of podcasting, which I think is always really interesting. And I would like to ask people to check out All Things Policy and what they've been doing. They've been having some really interesting discussions about India's challenging relationship with China as we go forward. And I think that would be a great thing for you guys to check out. So with that, we hope to see you again next week.
How many times have you motivated yourself to improve your sleep or lose weight or be more productive? How many times have you failed? Hi, my name is Ashton Doctor. Tune into my show, The Habit Coach Podcast, where we focus on creating small, tiny habits to improve your life instead of those big, impossible tasks. So make listening to me a habit every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app.